America is not what it once was. I've got some bad news for people who don't travel internationally. The world hates us.
Currently in Finland, but most countries that go to around Europe always talk about how Americans are self-centered and how the world always revolves around the U.S.
If you're an American living abroad, please tell me why you would never go back.
Because I don't have to worry about affording my health insurance, because my kids can go outside and play without me having to worry because the crime rates are so much lower.
Question for people in other countries. Do you want to visit us anymore?
No, just flat out no. And
Alright, let's be real. America has a reputation, depending on who you ask. America is no longer that dream destination that it used to be. More and more people are now coming online saying they have zero interest in visiting America. And they're not holding back their views they have on America and its citizens. Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into some clips of people ranting and sharing their views they have about America and its citizens. Do they have a point, or they're just doing it for the clouds? Let's find out.
America is not what it once was. I've got some bad news for people who don't travel internationally. The world hates us, okay? We're not the big dogs. We don't have the clout that we once had. We aren't even like statistically on top of anything, education or anything anymore. And I've traveled a lot internationally. Over COVID, obviously, I stopped. And there's always been an underlying tone that America is dangerous. But, you know, we run Hollywood, so a lot of the media that is consumed by people in other countries is still American. However, I'm on my first international trip since COVID, and it has gotten worse. I have heard from every nationality that America is dangerous, but I arrived in Indonesia, which is a country that, you know, a lot of people aim to get out of and go to America. And the first thing that my taxi driver says to me is that he's afraid of America because of all the poppy seeds that we're taking and all the jazz powder that people are using. And he's convinced that people are walking around the US like zombies. Because that's what's on the internet. That's what these people are seeing. And I think it's a really big lesson if you are sheltered and are not leaving the US. We don't got it. Like, we don't got it anymore. People don't want to live in America. People aren't eager to live in America. When I was in Europe, a lot of the kids said their parents wouldn't let them go to America because they were afraid they were going to get popped by the police. Like, those are the fears. The only fear that Americans have when their children travel overseas is that they're going to be, like in the movie Taken, which is a very small possibility. And they just use that as a fear. I don't even, like, that's not really even a founded fear. People aren't taking Americans when we go, because you know how big of a hell case they would raise if some little white girl went missing? That's not what's happening. But what is happening is other people from other nations are going to America and bad things are happening to them. So, just a reminder, we ain't shit. We ain't shit.
Question for people in other countries. Do you want to visit us anymore?
no, just flat out no. And the ones who do want to go to the US, it's because they do not truly understand what it's like to actually live in the US. So I'm gonna break it down for you. The American dream is dead. America is for the wealthy and nobody else. Another thing is, I'm afraid of being unalived at every single point. Like, I step out of the house, whether it be the grocery store, at a restaurant, it doesn't matter. And I'm a privileged person. I am a white person, and I am afraid of the pew-pews. I cannot even imagine what it's like for people who don't have my skin tone. Another thing, it's very hard for me to make friends being outside the US, like even for a year. Like, it's one of two things. Either they get this look on their face where I'm just like, okay, they just really don't care, or they see me as bragging. Also, the food is designed to make us sick, and don't even get me started on healthcare.
Question for people in other countries. Do you want to visit us anymore?
Hey, American here. So, born in LA, lived in New York, but I haven't lived in the US for about 15 years. I've lived in Shanghai, Seoul, and now I'm currently in Melbourne, Australia. Now, to answer your question, let's get rid of the obvious stuff like gun violence and lack of affordable health care and politicians on both sides that really don't care about the people they're supposed to serve. So these are my 3 reasons why I would not visit, let alone move back to the United States. Number 1, the fuck am I supposed to talk to anybody about? Americans are so myopic and in their own little bubble that it's hard to have a cosmopolitan conversation with most of them. And if I was to talk about America not being the center of the world, it would blow their minds and probably cause a fight. Number 2, the food. Every time I go back, I feel so bloated and gassy and sick. And that's because the food there is so processed and full of sugar and just terrible for you. Many countries around the world won't even allow American food to be imported because it is so bad. So why am I going to waste my time and my health dining out at a California pizza kitchen? And number 3, it's also vanilla, boring, and the same. With the exception of like San Francisco, New Orleans, and New York, it's pretty much any town USA. It's the same strip malls, the same fast food joints, and the same suburban households spread out as far as the eye can see. There's plenty of more interesting places around the world that I'd much rather visit that are more cosmopolitan, have better food, and I'm not going to get shot.
One thing I've learned about being an American who travels a lot is one of the reasons people hate Americans is because we try to make their culture be like ours. In particular, to the way we order food. In America, it's all about customer service, right? The customer's always right. Customer gets to do whatever they want. They spoiled brat, and you can't really say shit. That's changing a little bit, but in general, that's still the rule, right? Over here, they don't play that shit. In Europe, they do not play that shit. The customer is not always right. You can't ask for stuff on the side. You can't ask for replacements. You can't ask for the kids menu, like you're an adult. They don't play that shit. You can't send the food back if you don't like it, like none of that. And the problem is that Americans think that that's how the whole world functions because Americans don't really travel like that. It's so expensive to fly in and out of America and even within America. Have you guys noticed that? So we're not very well traveled. But that's an American thing, that privilege, just so you guys know.
If you're an American living abroad, please tell me why you would never go back.
Because I don't have to worry about affording my health insurance, because my kids can go outside and play without me having to worry because the crime rates are so much lower, public transportation, 30 plus vacation days a year, so much paid paternal leave, because my son is now bilingual and working on becoming trilingual, because I'll save $100,000 in my son's paid university tuition, because I no longer have to worry about my own student loans, because even though I live in the most religious state, I'm not shamed for being atheist, because I can actually afford daycare, because my kids don't have to worry about being unalived at school, and because my taxes actually go towards helping other families.
You live in America, bitch. You live in the freest, safest country in the world.
There's 165 countries in the world that have freedom for their citizens, and America ranks number 23 among those in terms of actual individual freedom that their citizens have. Also among those countries, 72 of those have universal access to healthcare for all their citizens. America's not one of those, which is crazy because Americans work the 13th most hours among these countries while also paying the 14th highest tax rate among these countries. And also couple that with the fact that America ranks dead last in legally mandated PTO for their workers. So we work damn near more hours than everyone else. We pay damn near more taxes than everyone else. And then we also have the least amount of time off. Don't even get me started on the whole safety part of this. We have kindergartners that come home from school and talk about how they need to make sure they have the best hiding spots available in classrooms in case of an active shooter drill. We're the most armed country. We have more people in prison than any other country in the world. I'm not trying to turn this into America bashing. I promise you, I love this country. I love living in America. I do think we have the potential to be the best country on the planet. I'm just tired of the whole like, this is America, love it or leave it attitude, because that just leaves no room for improvement. We work hard enough and we pay enough in taxes to have a better quality of life than we do in America right now. That's okay to say while also appreciating the things that we have.
As an American traveling around Europe, we had to talk about this. I'm currently in Finland, but most countries I go to around Europe always talk about how Americans are self-centered and how the world always revolves around the U.S. But the crazy part is, when I turn on the news, it's American politics. And even when I was playing basketball at the local courts in Finland, the kids were speaking American English. They were saying stuff like, oh, you're garbage, bro, or pass me the ball, but then mixed in with Finnish. They call it Finnish English. And the wildest part, the thrift stores. Come look at this. 90% of the thrift stores I've been to all have American gear. Colleges, pro teams, NFL teams, basketball teams, everything. They even got a proud to be an American shirt in Finland. Even with the food. The Cool Ranch Doritos literally say, cool American, bruh. Though some Americans can be a bit proud, it's not really our fault. You go anywhere around the world and the American influence is everywhere, and we can't really help that.
I've been living in Japan for over 3 years, and here are some reasons why I would never move back to America. Firstly, I want to live to be as old as I possibly can be, and Japan ranks number 3 in having the highest life expectancy. And guess where America ranks? 69. America ranks 69 in life expectancy. Okay. Not top 5, not top 10, not even top 50. Top 100. Okay, that's really sad. I'm trying to live a long life, and I know that by living in Japan, I will be able to do that because my quality of life is so much better. Number 2, I have never in my life felt more safe walking alone at night as a woman, a single woman, than I have when living in Japan. In America, I would never, and I mean never, under any circumstances, be caught walking by myself at night. Japan ranks number 22 in the safest places to live in the world, while America ranks number 71. Also, this is my apartment. Please excuse the mess, but yeah. This is bedroom number 2 and bedroom number 3. I could never, ever, ever, ever in my wildest dreams ever be able to afford a 3-bedroom apartment in America. These are just some of the privileges I have while living in Japan, so I don't see myself moving back to America ever. I mean, why would I?
If you have to constantly shout or constantly say that you're the greatest country in the world, obviously, sweetheart, you are not the greatest country in the world. So you guys should take some chill pill and calm down. So, guys, if you're outside America, what is that one thing about America or Americans that confuse you a lot? And also, if you're an American, do you think these takes are fair? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I want to hear what you all think.